Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you can't tell, we're in a new location. I've got a little studio set up and this is what it looks like. It's 99% done. I have some audio soundproofing to do. I'm gonna paint some of the walls behind me and I gotta get rid of this flickering. It's driving me nuts no matter what frame rate I use, shutter speed I use. I cannot get rid of it with these LED strips. So if you guys do know some LED strips that I could put behind my desk that will not flicker besides the $100 Philips Hues, let me know in the comments below. That'd be awesome. So before I drive you guys crazy, let's turn these off because it's driving me nuts. So yeah, the room doesn't look so cool now, but you're not seeing the banding that's gonna drive you guys insane throughout this review. Trust me. So for today's video, we are talking about the ZEISS 55mm 1.8. Now, just a disclaimer out there, if you're looking for pixel peeping and charts and like chromatic aberration tests and lens distortion tests, this is not the type of review. I'm not that type of reviewer, so if that's what you're into, go check somebody else's video out. Now, if you're into cinematic B-roll, which I showed you guys in the beginning of this video, if you're into photos, like just showing comparisons, stuff like that, then I'm the reviewer that you guys want to check out. So let's talk about this lens. I've been using this lens for a while now, and the more and more for video B-roll that I use it for, the more I'm falling in love with it. So we're gonna go over some pros, some cons, the autofocusing. I'll go over the basic sharpness and tell you why you should buy this lens if you're looking for it. So the ZEISS 55mm 1.8 is a great lens. It's very small. Look how tiny this thing is on my R3. Take the lens hood off and this thing is so tiny and so small. If you guys have seen the ZEISS 50mm 1.4, you know that lens is huge and it's heavy. So I picked this lens up and I got it used from Facebook Marketplace. Now it goes for $900 USD, about brand new. I paid 550 bucks. So anytime I'm looking for new gear, besides camera bodies or gear that I can buy insurance for, like accidental protection, I always go to Craigslist, the forums, and Facebook Marketplace to see what locally is available, and I try to haggle in price, and that day I did, and I think I scored. I know I scored. I'm not even gonna say I know I scored, because I'm gonna tell you why you need this lens in your arsenal. So when it comes to autofocusing, the focusing is very fast and it's quiet. So if you're doing videos, you want quiet autofocus. Yes, you can put the shotgun mic on top or move microphones around, but some of you guys who are running gun, if you're vlogging or whatever the case, you want quiet lenses. Now the 50mm 1.4 is a very louder autofocusing lens. It's definitely louder than this. So I just want you guys to know that. So I just showed you the lens, and if you guys haven't noticed, there is no focus hold button or autofocus to manual focus toggle switch like the G and G Master lenses, but that's okay because you could do all that shit in the body. Who cares about that? Now it is a focus by wire system, so there's no hard stops on the lens itself, and I'm pretty used to that by now because I've been shooting Sony for a minute and there's not that many lenses, especially the G Master, the FE series, and the Zeiss series. Most of them are going to be focused by wire. If you want to nail manual focus, I suggest putting on focus peaking and focus magnification. This way you can really dial in your manual focus. Another thing about this lens for you video guys or your photographers with shaky hands, there's no SS, so there's no optical steady shot built into the lens. But if you have a new generation Sony camera like an A6500, A7R2, R3, A7 III, you have IBS, so you have in-body stabilization. So if you want to shoot some B-roll or some video, I suggest putting a neck strap on for handheld and just hold it tight. And then you could pan and do all your footage and get some really nice footage. I could care less about OSS because of the gimbal that I use that's behind me right there, and the in-body stabilization. So I just want you guys to know a little bit about that because I'm sure you're interested whether or not it has OSS or not. So if you guys own the Sony 28mm lens, I have some awesome news for you. It's the same filter thread for the 55mm 1.8, so you can take your ND filters or circular polarizers that are 49mm, slap them onto this lens, and now you have two really good lenses at good focal ranges, and you don't have to pick up any extra filters. So I just want to let you guys know about that also. And yeah, I've been using this lens for a minute now, and I really love the B-roll. The footage that you saw in the beginning, that's from a little trip that I went on for a promo video. It was all handheld, shot at 120 FPS, and I just love the compression that I get on this lens. Talking about compression, for you photographers out there or video guys, this on an APS-C or in Super 35 mode changes 55 to 82. So if you're using a Sony a7R III like I use, when you crop in on Super 35 mode, your megapixels are dropping, but it's only dropping to 18 megapixels. So I have two portrait lenses in one. I have a 55 and an 82, which is really close to the 85mm, and that's why I recently got rid of my 85mm, because of how versatile this lens is. So that's something really cool. Now, the minimum focusing distance is about 1.5 feet, give or take. I think it's like 1.65 feet if we want to get super technical. So it's about an arm's length out, and that's really cool because if you want to do tight portraits, you can walk up. If you want to do landscapes, I mean, product shots, the focusing distance is not that far, whereas the 85mm, I think it was like a couple of feet, 2 to 3 feet. So I'd have to really stand far away from my subject when shooting portraits, like 10, 15 feet to get like a full half body or full body. So this lens is pretty versatile when it comes to portraits and even regular photography. So let's go ahead and take a look at some photo examples. So the outer two are with my girlfriend. We did a little Volkswagen Beetle shoot, like a vintage retro style. And there's some light trails at downtown Los Angeles. No, the driver was not drunk. We did that on purpose to get those light trails. Nobody was harmed. It was 2 a.m. in the morning. All right, just figured I'd put that out there. So as you guys can see, the images are very sharp. They look great. So when it comes to photos, you have nothing to worry about. You saw the video samples, they look dope. And overall, I love this lens. I think you guys should pick it up if you're looking for a portrait video lens. And just a versatile prime. It's nice and small. It's light. It's not that expensive for good Sony glass. And I know you guys have been asking me to do more lens reviews, so that's what I'm doing, but I'm not going to be doing that pixel peeping bullshit. We're gonna see in the field how it's gonna come out. So I'm going to be doing the Laowa 15 soon, the 12 to 24. I'm gonna be comparing the ZEISS 24 to 70 and the G Master 24 to 70, a 70 to 200. I got a bunch of videos that I'm gonna be dropping when it comes to lens reviews, and we're gonna be going to some dope locations also to film. I'm gonna bring some photographers along with me that you guys are gonna be interested seeing and getting to know because they're dope. Some homies of mine, get their overall review and take on using the lenses as well. So we're gonna be dropping some more fire content for you guys. If you thought this video was helpful, if you're interested in this lens, leave a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel because the way the algorithm works, your comments, your thumbs up allow other people who aren't subscribed to me to see this video and help it rank higher. So if you support me, please leave a thumbs up. If you want to be notified when I drop new videos, hit that notification bell. This way you guys get a little email sent to you that said Jay Anthony dropped a new video, so you can be on the up and up with my latest videos. I'm subscribed to I think like 200 different people. Half the time I don't even know that they drop a new video. I hit subscriptions and it just puts the videos that are ranking sometimes. It could get really funky. So like I said, if you support me, you support this channel, hit that notification bell. If you guys want me to do a review on this budget setup right here, the desk, the shelving right there, all that IKEA stuff, it was very cheap. I could do a little tour. I'm using a cheap LED panel for some hair lighting with a blue filter on it. I got a little C stand and the microphone right above me now. I'm using a Rotolite Neo with a big ass diffuser. I don't have that Aperture 120D yet. It's like 600 bucks. I just can't bring myself to purchase that. So if you want a little studio tour, I have an editing station right in front of me also. We're gonna be putting some soundboard up. Let me know in the comments below, guys. And that's really it. That's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. I just want to stay to like my true self. I'm not one of those scientific guys. I just want to let you guys know if you could get some bangers with the equipment and show you how it's used out in the field. So that's it for today's video, guys. I'm Jason Anthony. Until next time, peace.